Well, I really so proud of our guys and how they competed from start to finish. Our thing all year has been just compete level and bring everything you can and all that. And they did. There were a lot of things out there that I disagreed with that, I think any Indiana fan would disagree with, but we're going to be undeterred. We're going to be back here Monday night looking to extend the series. And we're going to come at them even harder. We have to. We have to. We don't have a choice.
Rick, you were up 8 with about 2.5 minutes to go in this game.
I just watched the ending, so you don't need to remind me. I saw everything that happened. Everything.
What to you was the difference in that? Everything?
Everything that happened, yeah. Anybody else?
Sure. I guess just beyond just the last few minutes, what did you see just change for you guys offensively between the first half and the second? You guys obviously were hitting a ton of shots in the first.
Well, we have guys, we have a lot of guys stepping up into bigger minutes in Tyrese's absence. And so, we slowed down a little bit down the stretch. And, that's a time of game where we're set, the way we're set up right now, we've got to keep tempo in the game. So, that's something that we got to do. And we missed some shots, and there was some plays where they could have gone a different way. This is the best I can say it. Just very disappointed. Just very disappointed. But the guys, this group, the way they're battling, and we're gonna come at these guys harder on Monday. All right, and our fans need to come out, and they need to be louder than they've ever been, and we've got to extend this series. And we got to get back on that plane for Game 5. That's what we got to do.
Rick, just on that second to last play as Nembhard's coming back up the floor, just can you take us through your thought process as you're weighing, whether to call timeout, whether to let him keep going? How did you see that breakdown? Well,
with 8 or 9 seconds left, and you're in transition after a miss. I trust our players to be able to create a better shot than calling timeout and having them set their defense and run our end of game stuff on their video and show their players. It's more of a play basketball type situation, and we've done well this year trusting our players.
Nembhard, even before just the game that he had, just sort of what did you think about his overall performance today?
Courageous. Our guys played a courageous game. They did. Nembhard was great. Pascal was great. Turner was great. McCONNELL, what can you say about him? Our bench guys fought. And so, we came up a little short tonight, but we will be back on Monday, and we will be punching even harder.
Rick, the shot didn't fall, but your last play, where the guys lined up like wide receivers and ran down the floor, where did you find that one, and how long have you had it, and just how did you think it worked tonight?
We've had it for a while, we want just to hand you our playbook. Is that what you want? It was a good look. It's a play that was conceived by Mike Weiner, who came up with it, and we've used it a couple times over the last couple of years and gotten looks on it. And so same situation happens next game. We'll have something a little bit different and hope we get the same kind of look.
Rick, no one in NBA history has come back from down 3-0. Why, in your view, is this group equipped to do it?
We got to look at what's in front of us. We got the best fans in the NBA here. We got the greatest basketball building on the planet, and we got another game in front of them to go after these guys. And believe me when I tell you, we are going after them.
Phil's obviously, especially after you guys performed as well as you did in the first half, just, I mean, how much does this one sting after the kind of performance that you had to put that game in the position where it was?
Yeah, it sucks. I thought, we played well for good periods of time. Yeah, definitely a tough one. Especially, we had a lot of energy. The guys came out, defending well, running well, and we just didn't have in that fourth quarter. We didn't have enough.
Andrew, can you take us through just the last possession against Drew and what you saw there? And was it just a great player making a great player, or what was your view of it?
I was trying to get a shot up. He got in front of me. I lost the ball, slip, turnover. Yeah.
I guess just for either of you, obviously it was clear it is trying to get force in that first half, try to get to the paint. Just kind of how do you see it go in the second half when they're able to come back?
I thought we did a good job in the first half. Second half, not as much. They made runs and weren't able to just kind of like come back and have that same intensity. We had a couple of turnovers. Against a team like that, no lead is safe. So we gotta play well till the end.
For either of you, Rick was just up here and said a couple of things, but among them was he said the Pacers are going after them, meaning the Celtics in Game 4. Was that the message or the talk amongst you guys in the locker room immediately after this?
Wait, what happened?
Rick said that you guys are going to go after them in Game 4, meaning the Celtics.
Okay, yeah, no, I think it's a must game, must win for us. We got to give everything that we have. Obviously, to this point, we've had an incredible season, and like nobody wants to see it end. So we're gonna fight to the end, and I think the guys, for us, is just let's get one game. We can't look ahead. Whatever is in front of us, don't matter. We got to focus on the next game, and give everything that we have to win that game.
Pascal, you guys were crushing them in the paint. What did you see from when they went small that you liked, that you could take advantage of?
I think it's just getting to the paint. That's something that we can do well. We just got to continue to do that, hammer that, and just keep doing that.
Drew, you've obviously been in a position a few times before of having to play the point and run the show when Ty's been out. Just, how have you seen yourself grow in all these, and what did you feel about, what went well tonight? Obviously, you had 32, hit some big shots, obviously, before that last minute. What did you like about what you were able to do running the offense and getting downhill?
I think I just wanted to get the pace going. I think we play best when everybody's touching it, and we're all moving, and we're playing kind of our Pacers hoops, and I just wanted to not necessarily force the issue, but just let it come to me a little bit.
So you guys are up 8-ish, I think, with 2.5 minutes to go. What to you in those final couple minutes was the difference that got them over the hump?
I thought they got stopped, and at the end, they scored timely baskets, big shots from them, I thought we played well. Obviously, you can argue, calls here, call there, but at the end of the day, we just didn't get the job done at the end.
Drew, you and TJ obviously had big games in the backcourt tonight. How much confidence has he instilled in you, and what have you learned from him just about how to grow as a point guard?
Learned a lot from TJ. Just ever since I got here, he's been super supportive, always pushing confidence into me. I've learned little things of how he gets to his spots and how he plays with pace and how he just doesn't let the people force him into anything he doesn't want to get into. So I've learned a lot from just observing and seeing how he gets things done, how he goes about himself every day.
Pascal, that was kind of a breakout performance for Drew. I know not the ending you guys wanted to have, but what have you seen out of him in the time you've been with him, and what do you see in his future?
Yeah, no, I'm proud of his growth. I think just it's a tough game when, our starting point guard is not in the game, and you learn that before the game, and it takes a lot of just maturity and growth to be able to step in there and play the way that he did tonight. It was incredible, controlling the pace of the game, getting people to their spots. And, like, I think that's something that he's always been able to do. And I think that, every time that he has that opportunity, he showed it. And tonight was another night, where he just showed that, like he belongs and he's a big part of our team. And so, like, proud of him. And obviously we didn't win the game, but I thought, he controlled the game so well tonight. And it was a big reason for, us being in the game.
Pascal, you've been playing with TJ for a couple months now. What is it like to play with a guy who's as desperate as him every night to just do anything to affect the game in a positive way?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think we need everything that we can get from TJ. It's just his pace. I say that every day, like, just with how much passion he plays the game and how hard he plays the game. And, he's one of those guys that you want to have on your team. And when he plays against you, he's annoying. So I think it's the way he plays the game and the pace that he brings to our team, is something that we really need. And I think I've watched him, before, and just being on his team now, it's awesome what he does.
After the first two games, Miles had kind of talked about how he thought he could do better in those situations where he's going to get a chance to post up against a smaller player. Just what do you see from him tonight to maybe help settle you guys and get you guys going to start?
I think he did a good job in transition, just where we was on him, just getting right to the front of the rim and creating that advantage. I think him putting that pressure on the defense allows everybody to kind of flatten up the floor, and it gives more space for everybody on the perimeter, and he did a good job of establishing that earlier.
All good? Thanks, sir.
TJ, you guys were obviously able to attack the paint a lot, shot over, I think, 65% in the first half. Just what did you see? What did you like about what you got in the first half, and what did you see change, or what did they do differently in terms of keeping you away from what you want to do in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, Boston's a great team, offensively and defensively. But, our pace, especially in transition, on makes or misses, getting it out and attacking the rim. I thought it was really good in the first half, and we continue to try to do that in the second half, but, they made adjustments, and we got there a little bit, but not as much as we would like. But credit them for, kind of getting back and making adjustments in the second half.
TJ, you scored like 2.5 minutes to go to put you guys up by 8. They still came back at the end there. What to you was the difference in that last stretch that got them over you guys?
They just didn't go away. You got to give credit where credit's due. They kept chipping away and, just made one more play than we did. We had obviously a great crowd, and unfortunate we didn't come out with the win.
To do this without Tyrese and have a chance late, what does that say to you about what this team has done in this playoffs, this postseason, even all year?
Yeah. Just one of those things where it was next guy up, and I think Andrew Nembhard took his game to another level tonight, but he's been playing at a high level all year and has really, really stepped his game up in the postseason. We aren't in that position without him.
TJ, Rick just left here, and he was pretty fired up. He did not look like a guy who was ready to quit. What's you guys' mindset heading into the next game?
It's the same. Obviously, this one stings, but there's no guy in this locker room that's packed it in. We're going to try to get one here and extend this series, and then go back to Boston and try to make things difficult. But there's no guy in this locker room that's going to quit, I'll tell you that much.
TJ, at the end of the game, it looked like you went over to Jairus and Obi and said, like reading the lips, and said, like, I love you or something like that. What made you want to say that in that moment to them, and what does this team mean to you?
Just two incredible human beings. What he said is obviously between us, but I got a lot of love for Jairus and Obi, and I got a lot of love for everyone in this locker room. One of the best locker rooms I've ever been in, if not the best. And it's a great group to be around.
Can you describe the feelings that you have when you play? You talked about it before, but when the crowd is going crazy, you're hyped up, you're going on a run, and like just those moments where maybe it feels like you're a kid again.
Yeah. Our crowd, I mean, I can't speak for everyone. You feel invincible sometimes playing in front of them. Just the energy that they bring and they give us. It takes our game to another level as players. I know I'm I'm speaking for myself personally. Just an amazing, amazing, amazing fan base that has been here through the highs and the lows, and it's incredible.
Just want to ask you about the. You guys didn't make a whole lot of threes tonight, but I know you haven't seen the film of it. But did you like the looks you guys got and think you just missed some, or just how did you assess the shots you guys did take tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we took any bad ones. We'll certainly see that tomorrow on film, but just keep shooting. If you're open, just shoot the ball, and if you do that, they'll fall. You work on it every day, and that's what we got to do.
Just the mindset you guys had coming into this game without Tyrese, knowing you all had to rally, like you said it the other night, like it's not a one man to do it. Just how, did you guys have any sort of, meeting or rallying cry to sort of to rally with that, or just how'd you guys approach that mindset, knowing you wouldn't have your best player tonight?
I think we knew there was a chance after game 2, and it's one of those things where you just kind of got to be ready, and if he's going, great. If not, we talked about, the way we needed to play and get the ball moving, makes and misses, get out in transition, do what we do best, and, I thought we did that tonight.
T, you've obviously been a champion of Drew's really since he got here. I mean, where did you see him take it up a notch tonight, but also throughout these playoffs? He's made some big shots even beyond tonight. Obviously, he's taken on really big defensive assignments. What have you seen that you didn't already see over the last few weeks, but also tonight in particular?
I mean, the confidence he plays with it's incredible. You see him bringing the ball up the floor. He's getting people involved, and when he's open, he's shooting it and making it at a high level, I think mid-40s. And in the playoffs, in the regular season, he's coming off the bench. He's starting at 2. He's starting at 1. He's the backup point guard. As a kid at his age, getting thrown around like that could, maybe mess with your mental. But, he's answered the bell all year. His whole career. There's no bigger fan of his game than me. He's a really, really good player. And like I said, we would not be in this position without him.
TJ, before the game, Rick Carlisle said you play like you haven't proven anything. Year 9 for you. What do you feel like you maybe have proven, throughout the better part of a decade in the NBA?
I don't know. Maybe just the energy that I bring on a daily basis. It's one of those things where, if I'm playing like I don't have anything to prove, I think it would be time for me to retire. It's one of those things where it just kind of puts a chip on my shoulder, and continue to, play extremely hard and do what this team needs from me.